All right, welcome back. Podcast episode number 25, Talking Shiz podcast with PokeMartin. Finally, pleasure having you on, dude.
Yeah,
I've
thanks
seen
for
you in
having
all the chats, and it's good to finally meet you. Put a face to the name, which is huge, and it's been happening more and more for all these different collectors, which is amazing. Hoping that you can build up your YouTube channel because I saw you were at it was Collecticon Denver, and you opened a
me.
jungle pack,
Oh
and I
yeah,
think you purchased it from Catch 'em
catch 'em
All
all.
Collectibles.
Yeah,
Yep, pulled the Vaporeon, which is pretty sick. So yeah, hoping to get more content like that out of your channel. That'd be sick, and really looking forward to get to know you as a collector here in this episode. So if you could just introduce yourself, and that would be awesome.
yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for having me on. So, what's up, everyone? My name is PokeMartin on YouTube. My name came from sort of a combination of PokeMart, as you know, in the video games, and then my last name Martin. So I kind of just combined PokeMartin and Martin. So I just came up with that, and everyone was kind of doing the Poke thing, so I just figured why not.
Yeah,
And hopefully, like if this stuff grows as I hope it will, like more from just a hobby, then I
yeah,
could actually do like a DBA as PokeMartin and do like PokeMartin collectibles or something like that. Kind of like where people can buy a lot of, cards and stuff, similar to like the game where you buy everything from the Pokemart. I haven't really uploaded a lot to YouTube. It's kind of like my first time ever doing like an actual like Pokemon thing. So
yeah.
it's a little bit nerve-wracking. But yeah, I definitely need to be out there more on like camera and stuff. I'm used to like doing video chats like through work, so this is
Yeah.
not too bad.
Teams is normal. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, what else? I guess to just like do an introduction of how I got into Pokemon.
Yeah.
It started from the video games, probably off Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Stadium. I think
Wow.
Pokemon Blue I did like when I was about 6 or 7, and I'm 28, so I think when I was 7, it was probably like 2001 or so. So the games had already been out for a few years by then.
Okay.
Um, so that's how I got into the games. And my cousin is a little bit older than me. He's like 5 years older than me, and he's kind of the one that got me into all of Pokemon and also the TCG. He had a lot more cards than me, and I was like always super jealous of all the cards he had. And I
Yeah.
just remember like like vividly, like his whole binder was full of cards. And I like barely got to open any packs when I was a kid. The only time like I remember ever opening packs was like Pokemon base set, maybe like 1 or 2 packs for Christmas when I was like 8 or 9. And by then the set was like already 4 years old, I bet. And I had like no idea of like any of that stuff when I was a kid. And then I also remember opening a lot of the theme decks like everyone else. And then I probably opened up maybe 3 or 4 of the fossil and jungle packs. And I
Yeah.
remember pulling a Kabutops from Fossil, and I think I remember getting a Hitmonlee also. But then like after Pokemon, maybe until like I was like 8 or 9, I got into Yu-Gi-Oh when I was like around 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a introduction of like my beginning in Pokemon.
Yeah, no, it's good. So it's very similar to me. I got out of Pokemon, I got into Yu-Gi-Oh. So did you ever play competitively for either of them, or was it more just
Oh,
collecting?
yeah, so the video game, honestly, like I never got out of the video game. So I
Wow.
only got out of the TCG. I got out of the like so I did blue and then I did silver and I put in like thousands of hours into both as like a kid. Like
Yeah.
I put my Game Boy into the ground and then I got Emerald for a Game Boy Advance, and then I got Diamond, and then everyone at my school was playing Pokemon Diamond on their DSs. Like everyone at lunch would bring out their DS, and we would battle each other, and then we would sometimes go to competitions for Pokemon Diamond, and that was like super fun. I remember when Pokemon Diamond actually came out, we had a field trip, and we were in 7th grade. I remember this really vividly. Like we all went to SeaWorld and there was like 20 of us that all had our DSs and were playing Pokemon Diamond the day it came out. And we were like on a 3-hour bus ride to SeaWorld, which was like
Yeah.
super fun. And so everyone in my school was like really into Pokemon, at least playing the games, maybe not the cards. and then I stopped playing the video games after Pokemon White. Um, and then I did Pokemon Showdown, but I didn't really like do that well in like the competitive scene. My friends did pretty like
Yeah,
a lot better than me. You have to invest a lot of time into like the video game if you're going to be really good at it.
100%.
And then Yu-Gi-Oh, I did play, like I did dueling like competitively, but I stopped Yu-Gi-Oh probably like around like Shadow of Infinity. Actually, I went to like an event. I remember the last event was Strike of Neos. It was like a pre-release
Okay.
event,
Yep.
and people there was like competition. There was prizes. I liked it. Okay, I played a lot of like at like our local game store. It was actually called Kitty World. In it was
Nice.
in like the Sherman Oaks area in Southern California. The place closed down a long time ago, but I remember it was a lot of fun. Like we would always go there on weekends, and they would have tournaments, and so playing Yu-Gi-Oh like was a lot more fun.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, so that's kind of like the competitive scene that I was involved in.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just want to plug it. Just I'm gonna obviously put your YouTube channel down below, so everybody go like, subscribe. Hopefully, we'll get some more content because I was looking at
Yeah,
your very first YouTube video, which was like I think 11 years ago, 2011. You were
yeah,
like recording your Game Boy SP playing a
yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh game, and you got destroyed by a Vorse Raider, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, dude, I played that. Yeah, that game. I still have it, and I like will try to play it every now and then. And I watch speedruns all the time. Like I love watching Yu-Gi-Oh speedruns. Like Forbidden Memories for PlayStation. That was like a huge nostalgic trip for me. I remember going to my friend's house when we were young and like playing that until like midnight.
Yeah.
So the video games for Yu-Gi-Oh were also really fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, they hit different. That's for sure. It was obviously more card based because that's what
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh the show is. But it was awesome. I have a lot of nostalgia for all the Yu-Gi-Oh games and stuff, and that's where I have a couple of graded ones. I love them. It's awesome.
Nice.
2004 tournament was my favorite one. I played the crap out of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and
Yeah,
also the anime for Yu-Gi-Oh! I think is like on par with Pokemon.
yeah,
At least like the beginning stages of the anime. I feel like I remember being more hyped for Yu-Gi-Oh! And trying to wake up at 7 a.m. all the time. But Pokemon was like a lot more childish, I felt.
yep, yep. So you said you got out of Pokemon like the TCG early, like pretty
Yeah,
early.
so the last thing I bought for the TCG was a Neo Genesis theme deck,
Okay.
the one that came with Kingdra.
So when did you get back into it? When or
Yeah,
what
so this
caused you
is
to get
like
back into it?
this is what I kick myself for. So this is like the crazy thing. So in 2014, I was in college and I was watching a lot of YouTube. I mean, you mentioned that I had my first video like 11 years ago. So I was like always in Pokemon, like I
Yeah.
really never really left the game, but I would always watch people opening packs on YouTube. There was this guy, I mean, Simply Unlucky did a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh openings like
Oh
10
yeah.
years ago. He's been on YouTube a long time. But then there's this other guy called like CC1000. I don't know if anyone remembers him, but he used to open up a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh and sometimes Pokemon too. And I would watch Pokemon openings like while I was in college. And this was like 2013, 2014. And then in 2014, I had like a little bit of money from my part-time job and I was doing eBay searches and I just looked up like Pokemon base set. And then I looked up a Pokemon base set booster box and it was like $400 in 2014. And it was the lowest listed. I think the one above it was like $1,000. And I didn't pull the trigger on it because two things. Like one, I thought it was too good to be true because I thought I was gonna get scammed because it was a lot
Yeah.
cheaper than the next lowest list. And then the second thing was my like I mentioned, my cousin, he's the one that had all the really good cards, and I knew that he was still like in the back of my mind, I was like, this he likes Pokemon, so I'll see if he goes half and half with it like on me. Oh, sorry, like half and half, and then like
Yeah.
200 each. And he ended up saying like, no, I'm good. Like I don't want to spend that much money. $200 is crazy. And I'm like, damn, okay. And then I kind of just like didn't, pursue that any further. And then I didn't buy anything like Pokemon related after that. That was like maybe like a 1 week thing. And then my wife's little brother, he's 10 years old now, but back in 2018, he was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And he told me that for Christmas, he wanted Pokemon cards. And this was 2018. And like everyone in school was getting cards. And like Loki, he was like kind of into this girl that like Pokemon cards. he was like, "Yeah, I need Pokemon cards so I can like impress this girl." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, like say less." Like because by then, like 2018, like I'm making like, decent money. And like I knew when I was a kid, like, dude, I never got like crap for like
Oh, I know.
in
Yeah.
terms of cards. Like my mom would buy me the Yu-Gi-Oh tins like for 20 bucks at Target, which was
Yeah.
like, really cool of her to do that. But I remember like my sister's always telling me like, "Oh, you don't need that. Like, stop getting cards." So when I had the chance to like finally spend money on it for like someone else that was a kid and like in my shoes, I was like, "Yeah, like no problem." So I went that Christmas for Black Friday. I
Yeah.
spent like 300 bucks. Just like I literally like cleaned the shelf for like the 6-year old, and I got him a ton of cards. And I don't remember if we recorded any of it, but he basically got like a ton of collection boxes. And then so that was it for that Christmas. And then I didn't really end up getting him anything else, and I didn't go further into it. And then the same thing happened in 2019. He wanted cards again for Christmas, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem. I'll get you more cards for Black Friday." And they always have like those stupid deals where it's like 10 bucks for
Yeah.
tins. And I don't know if you know, but like there's this Blastoise and Venusaur tin. I think there's Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur tin. It's like an XY collection tin, and now it's like maybe 200 bucks, but it was 10 bucks like in 2019, like
Yeah.
a Target clearance sale. And so I bought it like once again. I spent like 200, 300 bucks on him, and then 2020 happened after New Year's, and I don't remember when Logan Paul posted that video where he bought the first edition base set box, but like at this point, I was like already buying my wife's little brother like cards, and so like I look up more like online because back then I wasn't even looking online. Like I literally just went to the store and I just bought what was at the store. Like I had no education on any cards at all. So
Yeah.
once Logan Paul posted that video, I just went off the rails and I just like looked online all day, every day. The first thing I bought, I actually have like a little spreadsheet where I recorded because I try to make like an educated purchase, right? So I went
Yeah.
through every single booster box that was available on TCG Player, and this was 2020. And then I basically wrote down all the prices and I wrote down like what kind of hits you could get from each box because I had never opened up a booster box when I was a kid, and I had never opened up a box, and I was like, I'm gonna buy a booster box because like I want to actually like experience
Yeah.
opening up a ton of packs. And I ended up pulling trigger on an Unbroken Bonds booster box. And I actually recorded it. I don't think I uploaded the video. Um, but then like at the same time I started watching a lot of PokeTubers and like I watched PokeRev. I like subscribed to PokeRev when he had like 10K
Yeah.
subscribers. And so I was like, I've always been watching like other people open packs on YouTube. And um I didn't upload that video, I think, but yeah, I got the tag team Gardevoir and Sylveon from Unbroken Bonds. I was trying to get the Charizard thing, obviously.
Yeah.
And then from that, I ended up just like looking into XY Evolutions, and I had been just purchasing XY Evolutions packs like exclusively. I bought them for like $6 a pack, and I just kept buying packs off TCG Player, and I opened up like hundreds of XY Evolutions packs.
Wow.
And because that was like the most like throwback set.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
but I like on my spreadsheet, the evolutions boxes were like 200, and I kept telling my wife, I'm like, "Hey, I gotta buy this like now before it goes up," because I knew things were gonna go up once Logan Paul like announced that video. Because like I checked one day, right? I checked like when I bought the Unbroken Bonds box, it was like 170 or something. And
Yeah.
also at the same time, I bought two Yu-Gi-Oh boxes. So I bought a Chaos Impact booster box, and I bought an Ignition Assault booster box because I was trying to get Starlight rares. And then I checked back like 2 days later on TCG Player, and I noticed they went up like 5, 10 bucks, and like everything had been going up. And I'm like, I gotta buy this Evolutions box like before it goes up even more. And I
Yeah.
was checking that thing like every day, and it went from like 200 to 220 to 240, and then before you know it, like in a month, it was like already $400. And I told my wife, I'm like, I should have bought that crap. But I never ended up buying an Evolutions booster box, and I had asked for it for Christmas, but she didn't get it for me. Yeah.
Feels bad.
Yeah,
That
so
sucks.
it's all good though. I would always go on the hunt for Evolutions packs at the store. I don't know if you know, but there's like these mini tins that they sell. They're like 8.99. and
Yeah.
it had a Sword and Shield pack and an Evolutions pack inside. And I had like a 10% discount at Target, and I would get them for like $8. And then I already knew that the Evolutions pack inside was like worth $10. So I would like exclusively hunt for those mini tins because that was the only way you could get them. And they also sold them like Best Buy too.
Yeah.
So I was like, that was basically what I was doing all of 2020.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Were you following my channel? I gave away an Evolutions booster box on my channel when it was $750.
Oh,
I
really?
gave it away to one person and graded the 2 hits, and he got like 8.5s or something. But yeah, yeah,
Uh,
that was pretty sick, man. I got lucky because I was I'm sure people on my channel have heard it, but I'll tell you because you might not know. But PokeRev was shilling the crap out of Evolutions, and I bought 10 boxes at $108 a piece,
oh, wow.
and basically just sad. I bought them basically because our honeymoon got, or not our honeymoon, but our trip got canceled to Vegas. So I was like, F it, I'm just gonna put the money into Pokemon.
What?
And I was like, if these go up next year, babe, we'll go on a nicer vacation. And then we went on a much nicer vacation the next year. So it was
That's
pretty
fun.
lucky. It was lucky. You get lucky sometimes. I haven't got that lucky in a while, but it was pretty lucky. It was cool. I
Nice.
think I only have one left now though.
Did you ever open one yourself?
Yeah, I opened the one I gave away. So it was a
Oh,
giveaway. So I ripped all the packs
oh,
because I
okay.
wanted the experience opening it, and then I gave them all the cards, and then I graded the 2 hits for them. So it was an expensive giveaway. When I was like 200 something subscribers or something like that. It was,
Oh, wow. That's
yeah,
crazy.
it was pretty cool though.
That's why you have 1,000 subscribers now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. After 500 videos, yeah, it's a subscriber a video almost. 2 subscribers a video, but
That's not bad, honestly. In the early stages, it takes a while to get the followers, but once you get to
it's
like 10,000, then I think like the higher you go, the faster you get more followers.
yeah, it's just consistency, uploading. Yeah. So speaking of YouTube and stuff, while we're on, are you gonna be kind of diving in a little bit? Because obviously you saw Mertz. Were you able to meet Mertz while you were at Collecticon, or?
No, dude, actually, speaking of Collecticon, I wanted to meet you, but I thought you were going to be vending at that same table as all the other folks.
I was just wandering. Yeah, no,
Oh, but did you have any intention of vending and you just ended up not
not
doing
at
it?
that one. No, no. The whole plan was basically vlogging. So I just had my camera
Oh,
strapped to my chest and I was walking around looking for deals.
dude, maybe I'll pass by you. I don't know, but yeah, I did want to hit you up and say, hey, and introduce myself. But yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I didn't meet you there. But yeah, in terms of YouTube, I actually did record a video. I think I've mentioned to you before, where I bought the first edition Feral Servant booster box. So
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I opened it. I bought it from DA Card World, and that was like the first time I've ever bought something that expensive. And so I opened it up on camera just to like verify it, just in case it was like resealed. I didn't want to keep it like tucked away and sealed just in case it was a scam. I mean, they're a really trustworthy, website and um,
Hell
you
yeah,
know,
there.
a Pokemon seller or TCG or free all TCG. So like I knew I was gonna be fine, but I did it anyways. So I have one video of me opening it, and then I like weighed out all the packs, and then in another video I actually opened up like half of the heavy packs. So yeah, maybe I should upload that to YouTube, but I think like I've always had really cool ideas for YouTube videos, but I don't know, I'm really bad at editing. And like honestly, if I had like the equipment, like my phone camera sucks. Like I don't know why. Like I have an iPhone like 12 and the camera is like really bad. I think it's broken. But like my computer is like pretty old too. So running like OBS and like all
Yeah.
those videos like streaming softwares like it just doesn't really work that well. So I never had the like right equipment, and I don't really have like a microphone or anything. But I think that if I had those pieces of equipment, like, and it was a lot easier for me, and like the image, like the picture quality was better, then I'd be more like incentivized to like upload videos. But the next big thing that probably I will for sure upload is my PSA returns.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's the box opening would be sick. Just like the reason I started this, just to kind of document everything,
Yeah,
all these things I've opened, and it'll be awesome to look back on. And
yeah,
that's exactly why I love doing this. It's sick. Awesome
yeah.
getting to meet all these awesome people like yourself. But looking back on the returns, the box openings, I definitely think I got to open that Legacy of Darkness box that's looking at me. So
You haven't opened it yet?
no, I
What?
haven't. It's right there. Yeah, sitting in the acrylic. I haven't. They shipped it in acrylic too. I was
Let me see it.
surprised.
Show it
All
off.
right, I got it sitting on top of this other box that I probably should open sometime. This is the one it was sitting on,
Oh wow, is that unlimited or first edition?
first edition.
Oh my god. Don't open
And
that.
that's
Don't open the cybernetic one though.
no, I know. But yeah, this is the first
Wait,
edition. I should have opened it right when I got it to see if it was resealed, but
but you got them both from PWCC?
no, this was a local guy that did a bunch of tournaments back in the day for us. He has a whole bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh products still,
Wow.
and bought those from him cash deal local. It was like $2,200 a box, which is a really good deal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but
I mean, maybe you should open it then. You don't have anything to lose.
it's tempting having two. It's tempting, man. Very tempting, but we'll see. I definitely wouldn't mind opening the Legacy. It's my favorite set, Legacy of
Is the
Darkness.
do you know if the cybernetic revolution box is it a hobby or retail?
They're both hobbies, yeah.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
Yeah, so they got possible some fire in there, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I got the PSA 10 Cyber Dragon and Cyber End Dragon, but they're not ultimate rares, so I'm
Yeah.
chilling right now, but maybe one day.
Yeah, Legacy of Darkness is a really good set. I love that set. My favorite card from there is the Hino Kagu Suchi guy.
Oh God. It's probably one of the cheaper. It's definitely probably the cheapest ultra rare in the set. So
I mean, yeah, I remember pulling him and pulling Yatagarasu. I actually still have the Yatagarasu.
that's it.
Um, what else is in there? Like the
Injection
Yamada
Fairy
Dragon.
Lily.
Yeah, Yamada Dragon. I remember my friend pulled an injection fairy lily from a tin. That was cool. I was there when he did that. That was like 20 years ago.
This was the set they were giving away as tournament entry prizes, essentially, which is why it hit so close to home for me. So
That's cool. So you think you're gonna keep them both sealed or
the cybernetics right now, but I'm gonna sitting with you on the stream. I might rip this box open and open a pack.
that's dope. Yeah. Well,
Pro-
you
I,
you should weigh him out though, honestly.
yeah, they're not that expensive. The loose packs, they're probably 50, $60, but that's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
That's a whole
Especially if you
dinner
get like
nowadays.
you just get straight $0 worth out of that.
Yeah, yeah. No. Yeah, so we'll see. Well, maybe I'll do something, or maybe we'll do another video on your channel or something.
All right.
Did you pull the Jinzo?
Oh, no, I actually bought I bought a retail box.
Retail, so Imperial
Yeah,
Order.
I bought
Yeah.
so basically my thought process was getting the 36 count,
Yeah.
just to get more bang for my buck because at the time the 24 count was going for the same price. And like I wasn't expecting to get the secret rare anyways. So like the secret rare, you have 50-50 shot of getting it. So I don't really think it was worth it to go for the 24 count. Um, and I'm kind of glad I got the 36 count because I ended up getting 4 ultra rares and I
Nice.
got 5 super rares. I thought I was gonna get 3 ultra rares and the 6 supers and maybe get the secret rare, but like Imperial Order is not really worth anything, so I don't really care that I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so for the ultras, I got Call of the Haunted, Premature Burial, which is like surprisingly a really expensive one. Um,
Yeah,
I got
they
Ceasefire and Beast of Talwar. I
nice.
really wanted what did I really want? I really wanted the Legendary Fisherman
Oh yeah, yeah.
and Goblin Attack Force would have been cool. Or just like more monsters in general. My supers were not that great. Like I literally got only 1 or 2 monsters. So I wish I got more monster cards instead of Trap and Magic.
Yep. Yeah, I was sad at CollectCon there wasn't much call for like sealed vintage Yu-Gi-Oh stuff.
Yeah, the only thing I saw was one guy had a Rise of Destiny first edition box.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
And
see
he was
that one.
asking like 1,200 for it, and I'm like, this is like $600 or
Yeah, that's one of the
500.
cheaper ones.
Yeah. Um, I ended up buying. There's a guy you probably saw him, but he had a bunch of first edition Power of the Duelist packs.
Oh yeah,
I
I didn't
bought
see
like
it.
I actually didn't buy any. I traded with him for like 5 booster packs. But dude, he had like 200 of them, and I'm almost certain they were all light because I got 5 and they're all light. So I
That
don't know.
sucks.
Yeah.
Did you meet Simply Unlucky while you're at Denver?
No, I didn't even know he was there, to be honest.
Yep. He's part of Whatnot. So he was there walking around doing that sometimes, infrequently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's been to a couple of the Collecticons now though. It's pretty cool. I definitely enjoyed his channel. I haven't watched it as of late, but pretty much right before he opened his own store, brick and mortar is where I don't know why that's kind of when I stopped watching.
Yeah, same here, honestly. Yeah,
I think he kind of just stopped uploading because of
yeah.
COVID. I don't know. So, but yeah. Love the dude. Great content for sure.
Hmm.
What other collectibles besides Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, anything else you're into? Like, got your eye?
Yeah, we just started getting into these freaking guys. I still Pokemon, but like my
Jeez.
my wife actually, she just got these. Oh, she's like starting to do the evolutions now because we
Your
went to
wife likes
there's this like
Pokemon?
really, huh?
Your wife likes Pokemon?
Not not really, not like
Okay.
that. But she likes the plushies because like they're like stuffed animals basically.
Yeah, that'd be
It's
expensive.
just like she likes that. She prefers that over the cards.
That's awesome.
But
Are
other
those
collectibles, I don't really think nothing really. I mean, Legos are pretty cool, but I haven't bought in any. I looked one time on eBay to see if I could get some sealed Lego stuff, but I don't know, I wasn't really feeling it, and I figured it's better off just spending the money on Pokemon. If I were to buy some sealed Lego stuff, I'd probably buy Bionicles because that was like what I was really into as a kid. I still have
Yeah.
like a couple of them that are still built, but a lot of the pieces are missing. But that'd be cool to like display like a really nice like figure, I think.
Hell yeah. Those things were like a mixture of Connects and Legos, and they're like just like robot looking creatures. I had a few of them. Probably
Hmm.
like the original four colors, like black, green.
That yeah,
They're all
that's
like,
nice. Yeah, that's all
yeah.
I would buy at Target when I was like 10, 10 to 13 years old was Bionicles and Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, they'll start grading those soon, probably the Bionicles right next to the pop figures and all that crap. So
Yeah, what about you? Do you do anything else? You got the video games, right?
yeah, video games, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh are the big two. In the video games, it's more of just some of the games I like, and I have most of them. There's a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh games I still want. So kind of just working through it slowly. They're still expensive as hell.
Hmm.
Very
So
expensive.
that Halo one that you have, what grade is that?
The Halo 2 is a 9.4 A plus. Halo 3 is a 9.6 A plus.
Oh,
They're
okay.
both like the midnight release editions.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. You like going to waiting in line. What was it, GameStop or where at?
Yeah, yeah. So Halo 3, I purchased at like a local like vintage game store
Mm,
by my
okay.
house, and they just had it sitting in the glass case. I'm like, hey, can I check that out? And it was just the midnight release Halo just sitting in there. So I was like, sweet, it cost me $200, but it's probably worth, I don't know, $600 to $1,000.
Wait, when did you buy that?
That was only a year and a half ago.
Oh wow.
I didn't own any of these games before COVID. I
Oh,
was in a
you bought like you played them as like a kid though,
Yeah, I
right?
played the crap out of the
Oh,
Halos and
okay.
yep,
All right. Yeah,
yep.
I love Halo 3. I made like a bunch of accounts. Like I got to like level 50. Like I was like a huge nerd on Halo. Everyone in my school was playing that. Also Gears of War too.
Oh yeah,
Like those are like I don't know, man, just like hours and hours like playing until like 3 a.m. and like, screaming at the top of your lungs on Xbox 360.
yep.
That's
Waking up mom and shit. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I ever got to 50. I'd get to 49 over and over and over, and I
yeah,
just get
I'm not
flattened.
gonna lie. I was not as good as my friends. Like they would for sure carry me sometimes, but yeah, I would get 50 in like team doubles and team Slayer, and then yeah, I just ended up falling out after like Halo 4. I stopped
Yeah,
playing.
yep, yeah. We all started getting older and losing time and working and
Yeah,
going to school and yeah. So how do you juggle all of it? You're done with school, obviously, right? So now
yeah,
you got a career, got a wife.
yeah.
How
No
how
kids yet. Not
okay,
there.
that helps a lot. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, I guess like S- I'm pretty like, how should I say? It's like I'm really into investing. I
Yeah,
got into like kind of around the 2020 area. Like before that, like work was going okay. I was basically just like saving and saving money because I was trying to buy a house. Like after I got my first like real job, so I ended up buying my first house like in 2020, and then after that, like it was my first property, so then it kind of got like rid of the fears I had of like actually going through the whole process, and
yeah,
then I actually ended up getting another job, like maybe around 20, like early this year at the end of 2021. So I actually ended up having to move again. So I had to do the same thing and I just kept saving money and at the same time like putting some money aside in Pokemon, but like I had to be really mindful of like, real goals. So I ended up getting another property. So that's the house I'm living in now.
yeah,
Um, and then at the same time, like I'm more into investing like to like traditional stocks. Like uh I have like money in, stocks like through work and stuff, like standard like 401ks.
yeah.
I actually get a pension through my job, which is really good. And I also get
Wow.
um I might get Social Security, but I don't know. We'll see. But I'm not really banking on that. But like in terms of like retirement, like I've really thought all that stuff ahead. Um, and like the money that I do put into stocks now, like are more risky. So like because all of my retirement portfolio is basically, just index funds, right? So now
Yeah,
I do spend a lot of time like looking into like stock picking, I guess you could say. But like at the end of the day, like I'm not really like day trading or anything. Um, One thing I did get lucky on was Bed Bath and Beyond. So I actually like was following that for a while and like some plays like that I'll like keep an eye on. But I do like actually watch like CNBC like every day. So
oh
that's
wow.
like another thing that I'm really into is like stock markets talk and finance wellness, all that stuff. I was reading a lot of books like maybe earlier this year. But I kind of stopped like once I moved into this new place. So I do need to get back into like reading books. Um, in terms of like juggling stuff, like honestly, like I'm blessed with the job I have, like really no complaints. Like my job is like pretty chill. Like I said, I'm a civil engineer. It's a lot easier than when I was in school. I'm like officially licensed and I don't know, like I do have a lot of like career aspirations and like I'm gonna try to keep moving up in work and all that. But at the same time, like I do with Pokemon or like TCGs in general, I do want to get to a point where like I'm making like in the tens of thousands of dollars like on the side. I think like a good starting point would be to make like maybe like if you make 10 grand just like pure profit in Pokemon like every year, then that's not bad, like $1,000 a month just on the side.
Yeah,
At the same time, like, dude, like, I have an insane amount of fun, like, being in the Discord, like, being in the live chats, like, looking up eBay, like, it's so much fun and it's like addicting too. But if you can
yeah.
even make some money on the side too, like, that's just a win-win. So maybe like, hopefully this year, once my PSA returns come back, I'll be in like 10,000. I'm not there yet, but because I haven't really sold that much stuff anyways. Like, I just been like putting money into it, but like. I don't know if you can see, but I have like some sealed stuff there.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I try to get away from like holding on to sealed stuff and kind of just keep like flipping and like buying stuff and trying to sell it like within the same year. Um, but yeah, hopefully like it grows and grows and like 10,000 becomes like 20,000 next year, and then it just keeps going on to where like I don't have to work until I'm like 65, right? Like I think one thing that I don't want to do is like just work for another 40 years. Like there has to be a quicker way out of it. So that's kind of what I keep telling my wife, and I'm just trying to set us up for like the future, and just um we actually are in the process of getting another place. So I'm like really into real estate also.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so and yeah, just kind of like growing into investing and like I guess like becoming more mature with money. Um, I'm not gonna lie though, I'm trying to like buy a new car also. So I do want to like make some money in Pokemon just to try to like justify those like
Yeah. You got to
those
live.
like, silly expenditures. Yeah. But yeah, also with getting kids, like we'll try to hopefully start a family like maybe this year or next year. I think we're ready to, take that stuff forward.
Oh yeah, man. it's a hell of a ride. Once that starts, your life will change forever, but for the better. It's awesome. All the investments and stuff will pay off, and that'll be huge. Just because that's like the unknown is like the kid's education in 20 years. Like, what the hell could that look like?
Yeah,
Uh,
I will say I do like want to send my kids to private school, like for high school at least. I think
yeah,
that that was like a really big thing that benefited me. Like I did public school like basically up until like ninth grade, and then I went to private school. So yeah, I definitely need to keep that in mind, and I should save up for that. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
yeah, that's where I just like thinking about. It, I'm like, man, is it? It's gonna be 4x, 5x what we had to
Oh yeah,
experience.
that's right. Well, hopefully they
So
have free college in 20 years. Who knows?
yeah, yeah. Hopefully, it's just like a bunch of. I don't know. I feel like degrees, like even engineering. I'm going to school still for mechanical for like 13 years.
Oh yeah, oh,
Um,
yeah, I remember you mentioning that before on your channel.
and there's so many classes that shouldn't even apply to the degree. It's like it's almost a waste of time. I've done a handful of like electrical things, and I'm going to school for mechanical. It's
Mhm.
pointless. I understand the math and all that. It all ties into
Yeah,
everything, but there's a whole bunch of stuff. It should be honed in. I feel like more like technical degrees.
yeah.
Um, so I don't know. I feel like things will change a lot here in the
That's
next 10
interesting.
years.
I didn't know they like tie in electrical engineering classes into that.
Pretty dumb.
I would say for me, the only things that didn't really relate were like the science classes, but I think you have to have some basic understanding of like chemistry and physics, especially physics. That's kind of like
Yeah.
a science class.
Physics. Yeah.
At least I did well, and you kind of have to take like environmental biology as a civil engineer, or like a similar class because of environmental regulations. So you have to be like up to
Yep.
speed, on, like um, a lot of EPA requirements. Um, but yeah, that sucks, dude. Like I don't have to. I didn't have to take like any like aerospace engineering classes or anything silly like that. But
Yeah, I
just
think they're just trying to make it easier for if people change their mind. I think an
oh
extra class, like the class
yeah,
doubles
yeah.
towards both degrees. I don't know. It's stupid. That's just me.
Yeah, well, good luck with that, man. You got to keep pushing. There's some people at my work that they're kind of in a similar boat. Like they're trying to get their like engineering and training certificate, and they're studying, and they have families and they have full-time job, and it's just like really tough. And people in my job are going to school and getting their masters. So like everyone's just trying to like better themselves, become more educated on the side. Like everyone knows that's what you got to do to get ahead. So yeah, like
Yep.
I hope everything works out for you on that.
Yeah, it's a grind, man. It's a grind. Been going forever, so we'll get it done eventually.
Yeah. Well, actually,
10
that reminds me. I definitely need to like get back into going to school for traffic engineering because I actually do want to become a registered traffic engineer, as well as like having my civil engineering license. That'll just make me like a more qualified applicant for my job. So
Oh
I
yeah,
definitely need to get on that.
definitely. That'd be sick. So you obviously you're going to be flipping some cards when you get your PSA return back.
Yeah.
Are you doing that now? Like, what are some of the stuff you're like? What are you doing
So,
now with flipping
um,
them?
well, I sent in maybe like 200 cards in 2020, and I've sold through most of them. One big sale I just made, I don't know if you saw it, but I put in the Discord. I sold like this PSA 10 set
Yep.
for like an evolutions like Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur, and it was like a sequential set, right? So the cards individually themselves, I would say like in total probably went for like 200, but I sold it for 500, which was like a huge W. Um, I was really surprised that someone actually ended up buying it because I actually intended to have it for my own collection, but
Yeah.
um, in terms of like flipping and selling, I recently just did some auctions where I sold like a bunch of CGC cards. That's why once I sold those and I got that money, I just like instantly am gonna put that money back into grading fees for PSA. Um, I guess like I don't know. I definitely need to get like more into it. But the thing is that like I don't have any inventory right now. So once I get the PSA stuff back and I sell that, then I can actually use that money and just keep churning and burning. So as of right now, I don't really have too much stuff listed on my eBay, but I will, and then hopefully that just like is a catalyst for everything moving forward. Um,
Yeah.
I do have like a bunch of stuff that I could sell right now, like a bunch of Sun and Moon
Box
Sugar and
sealed.
Shield booster boxes and collection boxes. But I don't know. I guess like I'm not hurting for the money right now, so I'd rather just like leave it sealed. And yeah, I'm not really in a rush to like get rid of those items. But I mean, I don't know. After you watch all these lives, it's like it's better to use that money to like just keep flipping it, and instead of just having it sitting there, because you never know what's going to happen with that money. But you can definitely make a play right now, in the short term. Like you can send something to PSA and have it back in like what, a week and a half or 2 weeks, and then you can auction it in 7 days. So boom, you can make money like in 3 weeks. If you
Yeah.
know what you're doing. So I don't know. I guess I'm just like not motivated or too lazy or maybe too fearful to like get rid of this stuff because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yep. I agree, man. It's a pretty crazy world right now. All this different crap going on, all the price on modern and stuff. It's definitely there's a lot of plays to be made. Even like I have my Gengar from Lost Origin that just got graded and it's coming back, and that was me purchasing that. I think I graded at a $50 tier, like a $4 card,
Yeah.
just to be first to market. I don't even think there's any sold listings for one yet. So
Okay. I've been
um,
looking at that card actually.
So I'm trying it out, this dipping my toes into this modern game that we're in, and gonna
Yo.
see how it rides. But
Wait, do you already know what grade you got?
yeah, I got a 10. I
Oh,
picked I
nice.
picked the one I knew that would get a 10. Like I
So
got a bunch of
since
them.
since there's no sold listings, how are you gonna price it?
I don't know. I don't high
Hmm.
high.
Well, the Charizard is going for 300, or it's gonna go down, but I'm actually watching one right now, and it's like $90, and it ends this weekend. So we'll see what it goes for. But I don't know. Maybe if I were you, like just trying to like make the quick profit, like you're in for it, like for what, like 55, $60. So
Yep,
maybe just sell it for like 150 and
that'd
just
be
get rid of
huge.
it.
That'd be huge.
I mean, I don't know. Did you do one or how many did you do?
I bought like 16 of them, and one of them was a guaranteed 10, and that's the one that got sent.
What made you do that versus the Charizard?
It was half the price, if not like I didn't want to get balls deep like $300 into 15 raw cards. I'd rather get $100 into 20 raw cards, and I'd
Okay.
start lower, feel it out. And I'm glad I didn't because of how many aren't tens. I'd rather just do it with Japanese next time.
Oh, I see.
I'd rather
Okay.
get almost guaranteed tens off eBay than cards that look like tens and they show up with two white specks, and I'm like, well, now I got like 3 pages of Gengars in one of my binders, just
Oh, I see. I
near mint
mean,
condition.
honestly, like well, yeah, I guess you can go to one of two ways. Like you either do the one express graded for $50, or you could like maybe select like the top five and send them all like at 15, or you could have done 15. Um, or maybe
Yeah.
wait till it gets to 10 because dude, you're gonna get like at least one or two more tens out of that lot that you have. And
Yep.
if you get a few nines, you break even. So what? But
Yeah.
that's what I would do.
I was thinking the $15 tier would take people 6 months, and people are getting them back already. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
it depends which bucket they drop you in when you show up at PSA. They just like yeet the box into one of the bins, and if it lands in the next day turnaround, and you get done quicker.
Do you
So
know what you can do that like I don't really hear anyone talk about, but I heard this like tip before. I don't know if it's like legit or not, but you know how you have to put that little sticker or you put the tag on the outside of your box?
yep.
So if you have like you can combine multiple orders. If you put one express order with like a bunch of
Bulk.
bulk orders, that forces them to open up your box. Whether or not that like speeds up your entrance time or like puts you in a different queue, I have no idea. But for sure, one thing it's gonna do is gonna force them to open your box. So I don't know if they can like leave an open box with the rest of all the closed boxes, but it could save you a week or 2 weeks. Who knows?
Yeah. I also heard dropping them off by hand could help, and I've heard you're pretty close to them, right? So
Yeah, I asked them actually over the phone. They said that they don't accept shipments in person. I was gonna do that because my work is like literally like 15 minutes away from their office where the
yeah.
PO box. So I'm like spending, I don't know, because I did a medium flat rate box and I did like overnight because I was like paranoid. So that was like $25 and I'm like, it'll spend like take me like $4 in gas to get over there and back. So I wanted to do it in person to save like a few dollars, but they wouldn't let me.
Yeah, I remember I was really paranoid to start, but now this last submission I sent like almost $6,000 in cards in a $8 flat rate box.
Yeah, that's what
No,
I
no
did.
insurance, no insurance,
Yeah,
just
same.
full
Yeah.
send. I was like, I
I
don't want to
knew,
waste
like,
twenty
dude, it gets
dollars.
there like in honestly like half a day almost
Yeah,
for me since I'm so close. Like
yep.
I'm in the same county, so
Ship them PWE, you'd be all right.
yeah. No.
Are you collecting anything? Anything like you binder collecting? Is there what's your goals
Um,
on that?
so I like doing raw cards and binder cards, to be honest. One thing is I've never bought a slab. Um, I'm like kind of against buying slabs. I don't know. I have like no desire to have like a PSA 10 set of anything or even like PSA 9. I'm really into like the actual Pokemon themselves. So like
Yeah,
I started from the game, so I'm really into like collecting my favorite Pokemon. I would say my favorite Pokemon like on my profile page is Tyranitar.
yeah,
So one dream of mine would be to like have every single Tyranitar set like card that's ever been made in English sets and like have a binder full of just like all my favorite Pokemon, you know. Other ones like Alakazam. I like Gen 2 is my favorite. So like I would be more interested in like just collecting all those binder cards. I have like some slabs for Tyranitar just because like I ended up grading them myself. So if I
yeah,
were to have slabs, then it would just be me grading them. I feel like buying the slab is kind of like taking the easy way out. So I'd rather like just go through the grind, either open the pack myself or like buy it raw, like at a card shop or like at Collecticon, and just try to like go through that hunt of trying to find the card, grade it myself, and then hopefully, you know, hit a 10. That's kind of like what ZNG does. And I think that's where
yeah,
I got the mentality from because I watched him like a couple years ago and that's what he said he was doing. And I was like, you know what, that like totally makes sense. Like I'd rather get that enjoyment out of like hunting for them because I recently filled out my binder for like base, jungle, and fossil because like I said, I never had that as a kid. So I have a full set now. I'm working on Neo Destiny because that's probably like top three favorite sets of mine. So I'm trying to get a full binder collection for Neo Destiny.
first edition.
I wish. Dude, even like the shinings are unlimited, like lightly played are like 150, $200 a copy. And like, I don't know, dude, when you're working with like trying to flip other cards, it's like, dude, why not just like put that money on grading fees or something?
Yeah, 100%. I just sold a first edition Shining Charizard I purchased from my LGS here. I purchased it for 450.
Hmm.
Beat beat to hell. Beat to hell. It graded a 3.5 and I sold it for $900 for a 3.5 CGC. The thing is
That's
it's
crazy.
trashed. I, I don't know like almost $1,000 for that card. I'm like, people are smoking. Like there ain't no way I'd spend $1,000 on a 3.5 CGC card.
Yeah, I think like the commons and uncommons are kind of easier to buy and like you can justify those purchases because they're like a few dollars each, but the hollows are really expensive.
Yeah.
Even for like you said, like trashed copies. I actually one time like looked into like buying some Neo Destiny packs because I think they were like 400 or 500 just to like maybe get some value out of it, but I never ended up buying it.
You'll send me a list of the non-hollows you need. I got a stack of them that aren't gradable.
Oh, really? Oh,
Sure.
okay.
Yeah. I'll send you
Okay.
some. Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh yeah. So the binder sets, Tyranitar. What's your favorite Tyranitar art?
I gotta go with the Aquapolis one. I was actually
Solid.
looking into buying some Aquapolis packs. I don't know if you've seen the Rare Candy website, the Rare Candy with the one that Leonhardt does,
Yep.
but there's Aquapolis packs for sale on there, and they're a pretty good deal, 650 for. I mean, this is a trustworthy site. You know, they're all unweighed and
Yeah.
not tampered with, so 650 a pack, like it's a pretty good deal. So I don't know, but the chances of me opening one is like very slim. I wanted to just buy one raw off of TCG Player, but I think it's like $400. Um, but yeah, that's probably my favorite card. That one, the Expedition one is really good, and then the one on my profile picture is probably like the other. Those are like my top three.
Yep. Any the Sleepy Tyranitar? Any love for that
Oh,
one?
I have that.
Yeah.
That's cool, but
Battle
it doesn't.
Styles.
Yeah, it doesn't. I actually opened that. Like I got a Battle Sauce booster box and I opened it on my fourth booster pack. And like
Nice.
I had no idea what the card even like was. I was like, "Oh, this is cool." and because Battle Styles had just come out, and like I didn't even look at the card list, like the set list. So and like that was actually the first set with alternate arts. I don't know if you remember that, but like alternate arts were like not that crazy hyped like when Battle
Yeah.
Styles first came out. And the booster boxes for Battle Styles like were like $80 when
Yep.
it first released. So it wasn't that hype. But then like it started gaining traction. I mean, even now it's kind of like on the lower tier of alt arts in terms of cost, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad I pulled it and I graded it. I got a 9, but it's still like cool. I probably won't ever sell it.
Oh yeah, that's cool though. Have the card you open, have it graded. It's pretty sick. So there's a little difference between you and Z and G Emporium. I don't think he's cracking packs to pull cards. He's pretty
Yeah,
much like buying collections and
yeah.
that's his grind. And then everything's for his daughter. Everything
Yeah.
except maybe like the one booster box or something. But that's cool though. So you'd rather buy the Aquapolis pack than go and buy the Aquapolis PSA 10 Tyranitar. There's got to be like,
That actually
how
makes
much does that
more
card
sense,
cost?
right?
15,000 bucks.
I don't remember honestly. It might be 900. I don't
Yeah,
remember. No, maybe not. 900 is stupid cheap. I would have to check.
I know the Zapdos is like $700 now, eight
The
hundred
PSA
dollars.
10?
Yeah, from
Wow.
Aquapolis. When I bought it, it was at least $1,500.
I would have to check because no, never mind. It's like 5K.
Tyranitar is.
Yeah, 4,800, 5,000. You can get the reverse for a good price.
Is it tough to grade?
I haven't looked at the pop reports for it.
That's crazy. It
Here's
seems
one
I don't
for
know. That's
4,000.
that's an exceptional price. Damn. Yeah, I wouldn't buy that PSA 10 either. That's expensive as hell.
Yeah, it's like 4,000 maybe. I haven't looked at last holds.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
the Zapdos from Aquapolis, I was looking at that because like I was going through the whole set because I was actually considering buying the packs. Like I want to buy an art set of the packs. And ironically, there's actually a Tyranitar booster pack artwork for Aquapolis, so that's
yep.
also but the Zapdos art like gives me like major throwback to the movie when Zapdos is trying to break free from like that ship, and then like
Yep.
the ship is like trying to grab onto with like all like the electricity, like I don't know what those rods were trying to like capture it, and then that scene looks like similar to what's on the card.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I'll have to check that out. I don't remember that much at all. Which movie is that? Which one?
The one with Lugia and the three birds,
Oh,
the
okay. Yeah.
on the movie like 2000, I think.
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah. That makes sense though. Right around that time.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, man, you definitely need to hopefully this is help opening the door for you to hopefully get out there, do some more live streams with some of the guys and get to
Yeah,
meet
for
more of
sure.
these people. Because the community is awesome. Obviously, you're active in the discords and all that, and which is
Yeah.
really cool. Really
Yeah,
cool.
well, dude, I just got into the Discord like not even a month ago. I've been sleeping. Like I didn't really know that it existed, but then I kept hearing people talk about it, and I was like, let me look into this and see like what's going on. And then I just kind of started recently getting active in like the voice chat thing.
Yeah.
So like before that, dude, like everything Pokemon related was just like stuck in here because I couldn't talk to like anyone about it. Like
Yeah.
no one like in my family, like none of my friends, and like no one at work really. And then even my wife had like really like not too much interest in it. So like it was just all me, like just doing YouTube and like eBay and maybe some Reddit stuff on Pokemon. But like now that I'm actually like communicating with other people, like especially at Collectivecon, like it's so awesome to like finally like express your ideas with other people on like something that you spend like 10 hours a day doing.
Yep. You got YouTube Premium, so you can watch the videos while your phone's sleeping, or what do you?
Oh
How do
no,
you
actually I
consume it?
don't have that. That's a good idea.
Oh, it's nice. Yep, it's nice. You can, hey, your phone could be asleep, and you could be listening to like live streams and stuff like that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very highly recommend. Best $10 a month investment I've ever made.
I have YouTube TV. I wonder if that's included.
No,
Maybe
I
no.
have both of those now.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
separate. It's separate.
All right.
My monetization pays for almost both of those, which is kind of nice.
Oh wow.
I'm almost breaking even
That's
on
crazy.
YouTube. I gotta do tons of content, but I get free TV for a month and almost free YouTube TV.
That's worth it.
You think YouTube Premium would be free if you're monetized on YouTube, but
Yeah, or if you have YouTube TV.
yeah, you would. Yeah, crazy bull crap. I wish YouTube TV had more local sports. You into sports?
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, I'm into the Rams and Spurs. I don't watch too much baseball. I think there's actually the World Series game is like going on right now.
Is a
But yeah, I'm
football
really into
game? Yeah,
football. Yeah, I actually that's like another thing, like another side hustle. So I actually have season tickets to the Rams, and I have like a seat license to SoFi Stadium. So I end up like trying to buy like concert tickets, and I basically have sold out through all of my Rams tickets. Um, I think it's a pretty good investment. Like I don't know like what the closest stadium to you is, but a lot of NFL stadiums have like seat licenses, and you basically get a license for like 50 years. So for like all of SoFi Stadium events, I get like priority access, and there's like a Taylor Swift concert coming up, and there's like Ed Sheeran concert, and if you get in for the listed price, like I don't
yeah,
know what to call it, like list price, then you can make like I would say you can double your money easily. You just got to know how to price it and win. Like you can't be too greedy with that stuff because like if you don't sell, then you're gonna have to like almost sell at a loss near the end of the event. So like right when the like event gets released, you need to like buy like let's say it's like $100 ticket, you need to like buy it and like even if market price is like 400, you can't really like be too greedy for that. You need to sell it for like 250 because if
yeah.
you don't sell like in the beginning, then you're kind of screwed. So you
Hmm.
gotta be smart with the timing on it, but,
Yeah,
yeah, like, I'll be buying, like, season tickets for the Rams, and, like, last year, I went to the NFC Championship game. I should have
yeah.
sold it like, honestly, like, I could have sold it for, like, a really big profit, but it
Oh
was
yeah, I'm
the
sure.
49ers at home, like, if we had won that, then we were going to the Super Bowl, and, like, I'd never been to, like, a playoff game that big, and it was just, like it was really awesome. I'll probably remember forever, so I'm glad I went because like, who knows next time we're ever gonna be that close to getting to the Super Bowl and playing at home. So that was really fun. But I'm hoping like we get to the playoffs because then I can actually buy tickets and then sell them. So
Yeah, I probably not gonna be too easy where I live in Michigan with the Detroit Lions.
oh, Jared Goff.
They don't sell that amazing here. We gave the Rams our all-star quarterback and took you
Yeah,
guys to the Super Bowl, and
that sucks.
I luckily for me I was a huge Stafford fan, so I watched every Rams game last season.
Mm,
I didn't watch every Lions game, and I went to SoFi Stadium for the first game this season. And
Yeah, you told me about
while
that.
I was in California, and I got the Stafford jersey and everything, it was awesome.
Oh, okay, cool.
Expensive ass tickets. It was like 180 for like per seat for the nosebleeds. Crazy.
Oh wow, dude. Yeah, if you ever go next time, just hit me up. I'll hook
Yeah.
you up.
All right. Sounds good. It'll be very infrequent, maybe once every 4 years. We'll see.
Yeah, that's true. But the stadium is really nice. You can't lie. Like
It was really nice. It was
my
nice.
first time going there, I was like completely blown away. Now I'm kind of like desensitized to it because I've been so many times. Like last year, I went like maybe 4 times, but this year I only went to the Bills game so far.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go to the
Oof.
Broncos game on Christmas.
Yeah, the Bills game, that was the game I was at. The first game of the season where they got blown out.
Yeah, it was
That
bad.
was rough. That was
Yeah,
rough. Yeah, that I was like, great. This is a great game to be my first game in SoFi Stadium. We're
I
off
know.
to a good start
That's
here.
yeah.
Man, that's rough. So are you doing any more collecticons? Was that your first one in Denver?
Yeah, that was my first one. I ended up going with my wife, and she like had a pretty good time. I think like towards the middle of Sunday, she was like way too overloaded on Pokemon. So we probably will go to the next Collectathon together, but maybe like once a year, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm looking at like the venues and like the scheduled dates. We might do like a road trip to like one of the events. I think Dallas. If I were to pick one to go to, it'd be Dallas. I went to
Yeah.
Texas I think I went to Texas in 2019, and we went to like all of Texas except Dallas because it's like pretty far away from like the rest of the cities like Houston and San Antonio and
Yeah.
Austin. So we didn't go to Dallas. So if we could do a road trip there, that'd be pretty fun. Um, what else? I don't know. I feel like it would be cool if there was like more collecticons like in higher population cities like New York or like Chicago or Las Vegas and stuff. But yeah, I think it'll be fun to go to again. What about you?
Yeah, I definitely will. You didn't go to Long Beach?
No, man. I don't
Why
know why.
not?
Like, I
It's
think
like right there.
we were like busy with something that day. I definitely should have gone on Sunday at least. But I don't know. I think I honestly don't remember what was going on at the time. We were just
Yeah.
busy and we couldn't make it.
No, that was fun. Yeah, I planned 3 of them or so. I'll probably go to.
Yeah,
I think
well,
there's
that's
some
true. I'll go to Long Beach for sure next year if they have it in Long Beach again. I'll definitely go.
because it's only what hour
Yeah,
drive, hour and
yeah,
a
an
half,
hour and
not
some
even.
change. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Like to be that close.
Hmm.
Like those are the ones I'd want to vend at for sure, because then you could just bring the house. Like you could bring all your sealed inside of your truck, and
Oh, that's true.
it's so
Yeah.
much easier to bring sealed products because like when Nick old school Pokemon went, he had to like ship it all to Z and G Emporium, and he drove it because he was coming anyways.
Oh, maybe I'll be like the hub for everyone. If they want to ship their crap, you can just ship it to me and I'll bring it in
Yep,
like a big van.
yep, yep. And then you'll be the new Swami's house, so you'll be the Swami's.
I wish I was honestly, but I think I live a little bit too far for people.
I know.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the same as Professor Oak for Orlando. He's like an hour and a half away from Orlando, so it's
Uh,
just far enough away. Unfortunately, no. Yeah, but highly recommend it. Vending's awesome. It's a good time. I
I
love
honestly,
walking around.
I'm like torn on vending. Like, I think it'd be cool if you could vend for like one day.
Yeah,
But dude,
can.
walking around is so much fun and like trying to make deals with people. Like well, so you have actually experienced both sides of the coin. So you've done vending and you've done like walking around. Which one is better, do you think?
I love them both for
Yeah.
way different reasons. Yeah, I love them both. Like, I feel like you'll get like me because I've made whatever. I have 150,000 views on YouTube, so I more people can find me when I'm stationary at my booth, and it's cool.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I get to meet all these different collectors. Oh, hey, Green Shiz, how's it going? It's awesome. When I'm walking around, it's less frequent. Um, so that's not as cool, but just being able to find deals. I found some sick Yu-Gi-Oh deals this last time. Um, I actually purchased a card off the guy that ended up going on Pawn Stars for the recent Yu-Gi-Oh video they did, which was pretty cool.
Okay.
Um, that was pretty sick. But just I don't know. I like selling cards, but I also like walking around finding deals, and
Hmm.
you doing that's way less profitable. Like I'm probably losing money just
Oh
walking around
yeah.
looking for deals,
Yeah.
especially for Denver, Long Beach. Those were long flights for me, but
True.
yeah, I don't know. I love them both the same. I'll probably keep flip flopping. I'll do
Yeah.
a vending and then I'll walk around to the next one.
Hmm. You know what'd be interesting? Like if I were to choose to vend, then maybe I could vend one day and then you would vend the other day, and like the other day we would alternate and go around and look for deals. I mean, that's an option. What when you were walking around people, did you try to like do like trades or like cash?
Yeah, it came up. It came
That's
up a few times. I was primarily looking for things underpriced. Um, and it would probably be a much better idea, like retrospects was walking around, I guess, looking for a bunch of raw cards,
mm-hmm.
um, like like the Charizards and like the different stuff that were mint, because this is the opportunity you have to review the condition of these cards in person and be like, nah, dude, this is crap. Like, oh yeah, I'll buy this. I'll pay a
Yeah.
little extra because I know this is gonna get a 10.
Yep.
So being able to do that's huge, and a huge benefit doing it in person. So I didn't do enough of that,
Yeah,
to
all
be
I
honest
did,
with you.
so I brought like maybe like 50 slabs, mainly CGC, some PSA, and I just traded all my slabs for either sealed product or for alt art singles. That's
Yeah,
basically like all I got. Um, I ended up trading like a PSA 8 Evolutions Charizard for a Pokemon Center Celebrations ETB. So
nice.
that was pretty cool. I got some like good deals off like I had a few like bags like CG9 modern stuff, and I took them to a booth that was taking them for $15 store credit, and they had really good deals on alt arts like the evolutions, and so like I ended up like, doing really well on that. And like, dude, if I would have just kept sitting on them, like they were not going anywhere, and like selling them,
Yeah.
like that was a loss for sure. So I'm pretty glad. Like I'll definitely try like bringing stuff that you can just trade in for store credit, like at some of these places, because they might have like really good deals on the singles.
Yep. So how was cracking the pack with Catch 'em All? How was that experience?
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. I had like some trouble, like dude, there was no service, right? So my phone wasn't working, my wife's phone wasn't working. We were trying to like get them paid, but we went around and like tried to get service, and we ended up going to an ATM. I ended up getting the cash, and like I thought about it. I was like, should I really do it? Like, yeah, why not? Like, it's like an experience. Like, I kind of knew that like I was gonna lose money, but like luckily like he ended up filming it for me, which is cool, and I pulled the Vaporeon, so that was pretty awesome. And I also got a Pikachu too, so that's cool.
Yep.
And
And
got
Jigglypuff, right?
yeah, Jigglypuff too. Yeah. My uncommons were okay. I think I got like a Primeape and a Weeping Bell
Yeah.
and some other. I would say my favorite cards from Jungle are probably Rapidash, um, Lickitung. Those are like the really good uncommons, or at least in my opinion. And then Primeape, which I got Primeape, so that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
It was
That's
really
sick.
fun meeting old school. Old school was like super nice, man. Like shout out to him. Like he was really friendly. Same thing with Catch 'em All. They're pretty cool. Um, I mean, I know you bought something from him too, and you did pretty well too, right? Do you open a base set deck, a
Yeah,
Japanese deck?
base set Japanese 1996. That yeah, it was awesome. Probably made money. Probably did. Even
Yeah.
though it won't get a
Did
10
you already
on.
grade the Blastoise?
I'm gonna. Yeah, I haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
I've been too
Yeah. So
lazy.
so after I pulled the Vaporeon, I was like, I've always wanted to get Jolteon and Flareon, like the first edition copies. Like I was looking into this like a year or two ago, and I was like, wow, now that I have Vaporeon, I'm gonna go see if I can get Jolteon and Flareon. And then I went around and I found somebody that actually had both of them for sale. So I ended up buying both of them, I think for like $100. They were like light played, but I got a really good deal on that. And then I'm gonna send all three, or actually I already did to CGC, because
Nice.
Vaporeon was for sure gonna get a 9 because I had a print line and I had like one white nick. So I was banking on it getting a 9. And then I also like it better in the CGC label. I think it'll look nice with the blue. And it's gonna be for my personal collection anyways. So
Yeah.
I think I just sent it to CGC, and the order is like scheduled for grading. Hopefully I get it back like before the end of November.
Oh yeah. That'd be sick. Yeah, I'm curious to see what that comes back is. How'd the commons look? Anything worth
Uh,
grading?
Yeah, so I sent the Pikachu, the Jigglypuff. Um, I think I sent the Weeping Bell and the Primeape to PSA because I did a separate PSA order. Those looked good. I think each of them maybe goes for like $60 in a 10, except for the Pikachu. Maybe that's like 120 or 130.
Yeah.
Um, so those are currently in the grading stages.
Oh yeah. That'd be cool. Um who was a dick there? No. Call about right now. No.
No, everyone is pretty cool. I walked around the whole table like, dude, everyone there has a YouTube channel, so like, you kind of already know a little bit about everyone. I met Swami there for the first time, and he was cool. He was like really interested in all the Marvel stuff, so that was cool to hear his side of it. Who else? Retrospects, Ava's Binder, um, Pokenomics was there. I mean, yeah, like everyone that was there, so it was
Everybody.
cool. Yeah.
Mason.
Oh yeah, him
Classics.
too. Yeah.
Ray. Yeah, it was a banger, man.
Yeah, so
It
next time, dude, I was thinking about, I was like, damn, I might get like a heavy base set pack. But dude, I looked at like base set PSA prices and they're awful. Like you're almost guaranteed to lose money if you don't get a PSA 9 or PSA 10 Charizard.
yeah. You can get yeah, PSA 10 Blastoise arenas where you'll make money. But Zapdos you lose money for sure because I know that's like $350 or something, $300.
Yeah.
And there's worse ones than him for sure. So
I don't
it's
know.
crazy.
Are you gonna buy like another thing to open next time you go?
I was looking hard for some Yu-Gi-Oh to open. So next time hopefully I find some and maybe I'll have somebody just bring some because I don't. Maybe I'll bring my own. I don't know. But yeah, that might happen for sure. That was a good time. I was really happy with opening that Japanese deck. It seemed like way better value than the base heavy pack. And it is because you get so many more cards and they're
Yeah, I
way better
honestly
condition.
might do that too, man. Like getting because the Japanese, you have so much a better chance of getting tens. I don't like Japanese cards at all, by the way. Like I don't own a single Japanese card. I don't know why, just something about it. Like I always
Yeah,
thought they were like inferior to the English cards, but I don't know why. But I'm down to get a base set Japanese deck. It seems worth it.
yeah. I think right now it is at least that the price he hooked me up with.
Do you
I don't
know if
know.
I was gonna say, do you know if any of the cards like are they all completely random or are you guaranteed like any card at all in there?
Guaranteed the energies, random hollow. I don't think anything's guaranteed.
Oh, interesting.
It's like super random.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure. Because it's definitely not a playable deck by any means. Because you like, I think I got the Squirtle, Blastoise, and no War Turtle.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's completely random. I got a Dragonair, I think, and no Dratini.
That's
So
good.
yeah, it's literally just random. But it's
Wait, so you
cool.
can get like other rares in there?
Yeah, yeah. I got
What
there's
the
a
hell?
Dragonair in there. I don't even remember what else. Maybe I got it.
That's
No, that's not.
insane. How much did he sell it to you for? Like 450 or something?
375.
Isn't that cheaper than a base set Japanese pack?
I don't know. No, I don't. No, those aren't guaranteed hollows. Those aren't that. Those are like 50-50.
Exactly. So like why wouldn't
So
you get a theme deck versus or a deck versus a pack?
they're selling on eBay. They're not selling that cheap. Like that's a cash in person friend
Yeah,
price. I would
yeah.
say. I think eBay. I was watching when it was like
There's one on
550.
Rare Candy right now for like 575, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe someone bought it. Oh no, 525. Probably break even.
yeah. All yeah. I don't know. Like Gem Mint Pokemon just ripped. He just made a video.
Yeah.
Ripping all of his Japanese theme decks to grade them for positive EV. Like because usually most of them like the Pikachu, the Squirtle, those in a
Mhm.
PSA 10 will be at least $100 usually. Um, so it'll be interesting. That's for sure, man.
Look on those grades.
Yeah, it'll be a while. I didn't send them in yet, so and the $15 tier is gone. So I'm chilling on a whole bunch of stuff I need to grade. So I'm just waiting for $12, I guess.
Oh, dude, you know what's crazy? So on the back to the Jungle Pack opening, so there was three of them, right? That he
Yep.
had left. And I don't know if you heard, but like the other two that were open had electrodes, right? So I
Yeah.
luckily
Yep.
picked the Wigglytuff pack. And like my reasoning for that was like everybody hates Wigglytuff. I bet there's a good card in there. Like everyone is gonna pick Flareon or Scyther because they're obviously superior, but I ended up getting the like pick the Wigglytuff and he like saved it for me and luckily he didn't sell it to anybody because I came back like a couple hours later and I ended up pulling the Vaporeon. And then the funny thing is like that night I opened up like some Celestial Storm packs and for whatever reason I ended up getting like these two electrodes the same night.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so it was crazy. Like what a coincidence.
When I went to your YouTube, like just to do some like investigation before I have you on for the interview,
Yeah.
I was like, oh boy, I saw the standing in front of Ketchmall's table. I'm like, oh God, I hope this isn't the electrode
Oh
pulls. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh man, I would have busted his balls so bad. But I don't know who that was. I don't know who ended up pulling those or who that guy was. But R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Did you see or do you watch top 10 Pokemon on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he did the top 10 pulls of the week and actually featured me as number 4
Oh
on
yeah.
one of the top 10 videos, so that was cool.
Oh yeah. That's sick, man. No, I
Mhm.
haven't. Didn't see that one yet. I watched more of his the pricing ones, like the
Yeah,
auction, top 10 auctions, stuff like
yeah.
that. Yep. Watch some of his body lifting videos and
Really? I didn't know he does
no,
that.
he doesn't have any of those. I don't think. Maybe he
Okay.
might have one of them. I'd pay big money to watch him and Echo go at it. That'd be a hell of a fight. Those guys are both some specimens. That's for sure. I can't hang. I could body somebody, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I should have been a lineman. I missed my calling. That's for damn sure. So you said you're sending a card to CGC.
Yeah.
Is it you have a bunch at PSA? What is your reasoning like going forward? Like if you buy a collection or if you have all these cards,
Yeah.
where are you sending them? Why are you sending them? What's your direction?
Yeah. So the CGC stuff, okay. If something is gonna get like a PSA 6 or lower, and not just because it has a dent, right? Like PSA or CGC is a lot more lenient on whitening. And dude, I found this out like back in 2020. Like everyone's talking about it now, but dude, I knew about this a long time ago because I had sent cards to CGC for my younger cousin who's also into Pokemon, and these cards were like, if I were to guess, they were like PSA 5, 6, like they had a lot of whitening on them. And this is back when CGC was like grading like harsher.
Yeah,
And he got like all CGC 8s and he got like an 8.5 on like black and white full arts and maybe some like XY full arts. And I was looking at them, I'm like, what the hell? Like, how did this happen? Because his cards were getting like 8s. And then I sent in like brand new modern pack fresh cards and they also got like 8.5s and 9s. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. So, but at that point, like, I didn't like capitalize on it. Like, I didn't think ahead and be like, oh, let me like take PSA 6s and make them CGC 8s. But I would say moving forward, like the things you want to send to CGC are cards with like a lot of whitening on the back that you think they're going to get PSA 7s or 6s because then they and if the surface is clean and it's centered well, I think CGC puts a lot of weight on the centering and like the surface more than they
yep.
do the back. So you have a good chance of getting like an 8, maybe an 8.5, even with the card that has whitening on the back that might get a PSA 7. Um, what else? I think I also now that they're doing like pristines and perfects and they give them out more often, I'm trying to like play the perfect lottery with like really well centered, pack fresh, modern cards. And I was looking at like, for example, celebrations, right? So
Mhm.
celebrations, the PSA 10s go for like $40 on like a lot of those classic collection cards, but the perfects and pristines go for like 100. So I don't like you have to do some math, but when you work all the numbers out, like you might be better off. You have to be a really good pre-grader. Like if you really think it's
Yeah.
going to get a 10 and you're like really harsh and non-biased, and I think you have a better shot of sending it to CGC and trying to get even like perfects or pristines because they're going to sell a lot better than they would if they were like PSA 10s.
Hmm.
So only send to CGC if they have like really crispy modern cards, or if it's like for your personal collection, at least for me, because like I prefer the label. I think it looks nicer, and the case looks cooler to me. And then cards that you think will get like CGC 8s, pretty much.
Yep. Yeah,
That's kind
I'm
of
right.
my reasoning. Also, the turnaround time too. Like you can't ignore that. So
Hundred
that's I don't know.
percent.
We'll see. I sent two packages actually off at the same day. I sent one like maybe 2 weeks ago to CGC, and I sent one package to PSA. So I shipped them out both at the same time. They're both like in the grading stage. So we'll see like the time difference on when they come back.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good. I know I got completely effed on my $50 one I did. Like literally people are getting back their $15 ones before I
Yeah.
got my $50 one. Like it's so random. It pisses me off. It's hopefully that improves, but I don't think they believe in FIFO or any of that. They never will. So good
Yeah,
luck to
one
those.
thing I messed up on CGC too was like I should have done a submission that had like an express card in there and then just write like EX on the side of the box. So then that would have like sped up the process. Cause I actually did that last time I submitted CGC cards and it definitely helped like speed it up by I would say like 2 weeks. I should have done that this time. I probably would have like gotten them back already.
Yeah, yeah. I wish they did the same thing as PSA. PSA does that right, where you affix like the security
Hmm.
code scanner on there, so they could scan and see what's inside of it instead of writing on the outside of the box.
Well, the thing is that like if when they scan it, they already have your order. Like that pulls up your order, right? But like if you just have EX or like walk through whatever it is they make you write, then I feel like that forces them to open up the box because they have to know what your order is.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't like that's just a theory.
So you're saying putting EX even on stuff that's bulk, but on a bulk
Well,
sell?
you have to have at least like one card. If you literally just send one card express, like you're basically paying like $30 to like skip the line. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
On just
yeah.
one card, and you get your order like entered in faster. Because it took them like a week to enter in my order. Because I shipped it out, and PSA had entered in the order before CGC did, which was really interesting.
Yeah.
Because they did like the arrival date and they do the entered date,
Yep.
and my stuff was already entered into PSA, and like I didn't even know if it arrived at CGC yet. Because it showed that it arrived like and it was picked up at the PO box, but like it wasn't showing up on their system, so I was kind of getting paranoid. But then like a week later, it showed up.
Damn. Hmm. Yeah, man. That's so do you still have some heavy packs left or no?
Oh, for a Pharaoh Servant?
Yeah.
No, I had to like open it because I was doing my PSA submission. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna open this and see what's inside. And I was like, yeah, I was way too itchy. So
So
that's
did you go ahead?
so like I said, so at the time I had opened like 8 of the packs and there was 9 heavies. So I had 3 ultra rares and 5 supers. I was like, it's for sure gonna be a super. I hope I get like Parasite, or I was trying to get Gear Free the Iron Knight.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it, but I actually ended up getting called a haunted, and I was like, "Whoa! I got another ultra rare! Like that was really cool because I got 4 ultra rares. I was not expecting that." So yeah, I ended up opening it.
Yeah. I feel like you sending any like non-hollow cards, rares or commons that were
Dude,
popular?
I have the stack of cards that I opened, and I went through all them, and a lot of them are really off center,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But I did get a few wing weavers, and I feel like I don't know, dude. I was looking up so many times like the PSA 10 first edition Pharaoh Servant, like common uncommons. There's not really much sales history on it.
Yep.
I know that there's like this like tank overdrive card. Yeah, it's called Overdrive. A PSA 10 sold for like $65. There was like an Island Turtle card that sold for like $70. I mean, these cards are like $2. So if you send them in for 15, like you might
Yep.
break even with a 9, but for 10 you do pretty well. So I might send in the wing weavers. I have like 2 or 3 of them. There's also like Darkfire Soldier 1 and 2. And there's like Mr. Volcano. So like all the pyro type cards I'll probably send
Yep.
in. Um, and then there's like other good comments like Solemn Wishes, and I think like DNA Surgery is like still a playable card that you can still sell like raw.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think once PSA goes to like maybe $10, I'll consider sending those in for sure.
Yep. Yeah, I just recently went through like all my pack fresh Yu-Gi-Oh cards, pulling out the non-hollows. Like I
Uh-huh.
saw it was like a Clayman.
Oh, dude, is that first edition?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do you watch ZNG Emporium's like
Yep.
eBays?
That's
Are
what I
you
just watched it end. I was like, oh, gotta go pull that shit out.
are you
Like,
keeping track of this stuff right now? Because that shit is insane.
yeah, it's
Right now
insane.
it's like it's on my watch list. I think it's at like $100.
Yeah, exactly. I
Like
was like,
all the elemental heroes like Clayman, Avian,
yep,
the
yeah.
Sparkman, like
I had them both right next to each other, first edition, like mint. Yeah. I was like,
that
I
shit's
gotta go pull that out.
crazy. I actually might have copies in my binder. I don't know.
And what's funny is those are from the Lost Millennium,
Yeah.
and that's the cheap ass box.
There's
It's like
there's like
650, right? So
no, not 650.
what? Which one? I'm thinking Rise of Destiny.
Yeah, Lost Millennium is like 3,000 or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mix them up.
Do you what kind of websites do you use to like buy your stuff?
eBay.
Only eBay?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
eBay, Heritage, PWCC. Yeah.
That's what, like I said, I bought that box off the DA Card
David
World.
Adams.
Yeah,
Yep.
so now that I bought a box like that, I get a little discount on all the other boxes. And I know for a fact like it's, you know, non-tampered and all that, which is like I guess you're paying a little bit extra for it.
Yeah.
But I think they actually have a Lost Millennium box right now. But I
The
don't know.
Lost Millennium. Now, who is that? The creator? No,
That's
that's Rise of Destiny.
the ancient gear golem guy.
Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that might be a play.
It's got to be cheaper than Cybernetic Revolution, though, doesn't it?
Definitely. Yeah.
I feel like.
Let me see here.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no, they
crazy.
don't have it. They sold it.
Those e-hero stuff. So I've
I
been
was
looking
actually gonna buy
all of
an
it.
Ancient Sanctuary booster box. They had one for like $1,100. I wanted to buy it really badly, but I ended up not getting it. They have a Flaming Eternity box right now for like 1,500. That one is like looking enticing.
Yeah, that's Sacred Phoenix, man. That card's sick. Those
Yeah,
other
I think
cards are
all the
sick.
boxes they sell though are retail, unfortunately. So
Yep, that blows.
yeah.
Well, awesome, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. I probably not gonna open the LOD pack. I probably teased it way too long. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna open it this second. But
Would you
definitely go ahead.
you should maybe what I'm gonna do is so I opened up all the Pharaoh Servant like heavies. I'm gonna try
Yeah,
to grade all the other packs. They're all relatively minty, so it's like 27 packs, but the fees are still $50 a pack. I have no idea if they're ever gonna lower them. It's just ridiculous to me that it
yeah,
costs more to grade a pack than it does a Funko Pop. I don't know. It's just like it's really silly to me. I feel like at this time they should lower the grading for the packs to like at least $30.
yeah.
Maybe even because the only option you have is for $50 and it's for $999 in value. So like they should just open up another tier where it's like $499 in value for 25 or $30.
Yep.
And I'll probably just go full send on all my Pharaoh Servant packs. And hopefully I do okay.
I would do the same. I got a handful of Cybernetic Revolution light packs, first ed, and a few others that would just are ready to send, but at the $50 tier, it's not enticing. Like you said, because if you get a 9, you're like it's an L pretty
Mhm.
much. So
Yeah.
and it's so random the pack grading. I'm not confident enough of that. How many 10s I'd get, stuff like that. So,
Yeah, for sure.
but anyways, man, I'm gonna probably wrap it up here. I
Okay.
definitely appreciate you getting to know you. It's been awesome. Hope everybody else gets to learn something about you and your face is more in the
Yeah.
YouTube content world, and we get to interact a little bit more outside of just chatting and in Discords. But
Yeah.
definitely it's a pleasure having you on and getting to know you again, man.
Cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it for you inviting me on here. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to finally like talk to someone else about like TCGs. I like all the content you do, like especially with the crossovers from CGC or from PSA to CGC. Those are really cool to
Yeah.
watch, and the returns, and even opening the Cyber Dragon stuff. That was fun to watch.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mix it up a little bit, kind of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, different stuff. So I definitely try and keep it.
Mhm.
Obviously, it doesn't work good for the algorithm because obviously half of the people that have probably subscribed to me want to watch Pokemon, half want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh. But
Dude, I don't care
it is
about
what
any
it
of
is.
that. Like, I
Yeah,
think I find it kind of like really constrictive that like someone has to upload things that are only about one topic. Like that just sucks that like every YouTube channel is like that.
yeah, and you don't have to by any like I don't, or else.
Right, right. But
But
I'm
yeah,
saying like you get rewarded for only uploading like
yeah,
one topic, and it's like if you have another topic, like oh, I got to make a second channel, like that kind of
yep,
sucks.
yeah. Like how I was kind of making a second channel for these podcasts, and I was like, "F it, I don't have time or care.
Hmm.
I'll just keep uploading to the main channel, and that's what I'm doing." So
Cool.
just gonna let it ride. But anyways, man, I will talk to you soon, and appreciate it.
All right, thanks, man.
All
See you
right.
later.